Indian expatriate Sharada Maganti has been living in Nigeria for 4 decades. She first started working as a kindergarten teacher in Lagos and continued teaching after relocating to Kano. A few years later, she rose to the position of Director of Public and Government Relations at the Skyline University.
I have been here for good 4 decades, I must say. And, when I came in, I have come as a youngster with aspirations. And while I moved forward, all my aspirations were fulfilling, and then I was in the right job. Probably I can say I was in the right place at the right time. And moving forward in my career, it was from starting from a kindergarten teacher to this director level in the university.
In their effort to assimilate into their host communities, migrants often face obstacles. Mrs. Maganti is one of the low-key ones. She says that living in Kano proved to be less challenging due to similarities between the Indian and the Hausa family value system.
We have power cuts, we have lack of, probably insecurity, probably no water situation, or going into the rural area, the communication between people. All these were each situations that were needed to be handled. And I felt, each situation gave me the spirit to move forward. I've seen the Hausa culture is similar to the Indian culture, whether it is, the family relationships or the affection, the family togetherness, and also respecting elders and the religious values.
Professor Tijani Nania is a specialist on Middle Eastern and other non-African migrants. He says the colonial and post-colonial era of Nigeria saw an increase in numbers of non-African migrants. He says unlike Chinese migrants, Lebanese and Indian nationals assimilate either into the Kano communities. Historically, non-African migrants, particularly Arabs from Middle East, started coming to Nigeria for business activities in 19th century. Multiple generations of Lebanese have made their home in Nigeria. Most of them descendants of those who arrived in Nigeria in 19th century. Indian and many other non-African migrants started migrating to Nigeria during colonial and post-colonial period and continued to live in Nigeria. Their stay, says Sadiq Saluhu Abubakar, has helped in developing many sectors in Nigeria.
The presence of these migrants has fostered a spirit of cultural exchange and mutual growth. They bring diverse perspectives and skills, enriching the whole society in numerous ways, from technological advancements and educational contributions to economic growth and job creation. Their impact is deeply felt and appreciated. Their integration into the community has also strengthened social ties.
Many of the youth in Kano have learned to speak Hindu. And some of them without going to any school. They are fluent in Hindu and what have you. Contact with India has a lot of impact in the language, in the development of Hindu language in Kano, for example. Yes, but for the Chinese, I haven't learned about so, and I haven't observed one. Except that the Chinese are more eager to learn Hausa. And some of them, very few, to stay in the city, but many of them preferring to have their own residential houses in the companies where they work.
While many Nigerians move out of Nigeria in search of greener pastures, for Sharada Maganti, living in Kano has been the best decision of her life.
It has been the best part of my life. So I always say right now in any of my seminars, I say that Kano has given me life and it is time for me to give back to Kano.
According to Statista, Nigeria hosts 1.3 million international migrants, which is the largest share of non-African migrants in the entire West Africa, with Indian expatriates contributing the largest share. More than 50,000 Indians live in Nigeria, followed by Lebanese. Since 2014, a significant increase has been noted in the number of Chinese migrants in Nigeria due to recent construction and mining activities. Alhassan Bala, VOA News, Abuja, Nigeria.